Hello, 6th graders. We are on area of parallelograms, triangles, and trapezoids. This is lesson 11.1 and 11.2 out of your textbook. And our learning target is, I can find the area of given figures. Alright, some vocab that we need to know. Area, this is the space inside of a shape. Parallelogram is a four-sided shape with the two opposite sides being parallel to each other. Base, if you look down here, the base is any side of a parallelogram, and the height is the length of the segment perpendicular meaning it makes a 90-degree angle, to the base with endpoints on opposite sides. And in order to find the area of a parallelogram, you would take the product of its base and its height, or multiply the base times the height. Alright, so let's take a look at that. Remember, our equation for it is area equals base times height. So on this first parallelogram that we have, the base is this bottom number, okay, the side, times the height, this is a perpendicular length to our base, which is 5 8/10. Now we're multiplying those together. 13 times 5 8/10. And the area equals 75 4/10 centimeters squared. We always need to have a label or units here, and in this case we're talking about centimeters. And since we had centimeters times centimeters, our answer is going to be centimeters squared. Alright, take a look at this and the study tip here. So a common error when finding the area of a parallelogram, be sure that you use the base and the height, not the base and the side. So sometimes they will throw in a third number here, the side that's not perpendicular to the height, which we don't need. So again, area equals base times height. So the base is 11 inches times 9 inches. Well, 11 times 9 is 99, and then inches squared. Okay, a couple here for you to try on your own. Come back and check. Oops. Base is 10.2 times 7. Multiply those together. 71 4/10 feet squared. Next one, we got a base of 4 and a height of 5 1/4. Multiply those together. And I can remember that 1/4 is equivalent to 25 hundredths. Multiply those together. And the area equals 21, talking yards, squared. So just remember, parallelogram, base times height. Area of a triangle. In order to find that, you take half the product of its base and height. So base times height, and then you take 1/2 of that. Okay. The base of a triangle can be any of its sides, and the height is the perpendicular distance from the vertex opposite the base, or this point inside our angle, to the line containing its base. So base and height have to be perpendicular to each other. So on this one, our base is 10, the perpendicular part is 6 5/10, so the area, 1/2 times the base times 6 5/10. Plug this into my calculator. And the area equals 32 5/10 meters, and again squared because we're talking area. All right, some more for you to try. Remember the equation is area equals 1/2 times base times height. Okay, so try them, come back and check. 1/2 equals the base, which is 14, the height, which is 11. Area equals, this I can actually do without my calculator. 1/2 of 14 is 7 times 11. The area equals 77 feet squared. Next one, area equals 1/2 times 7.5 times 8. Notice now here they had to draw it outside of the circle, or outside the triangle, what the height is, but it still has a height of 8. So now plug this in your calculator. 1/2 times 7.5 times 8. Area equals 30 inches squared. All right, and the area of a trapezoid. The area of a trapezoid equals half the product of the height and the sum of the bases, base 1 and base 2. So if we look here at our picture of a trapezoid, okay, it's got one set of parallel sides. Those are going to be your bases. The height is the part perpendicular to those. So you would take base 1 plus base 2, put that in parentheses, that's what we have to do first. We're taking half of that, and we're also multiplying by the height. Okay? So let me do this one with you, and then you can try the other two on your own. Okay, so our equation, area equals 1/2 times the height times base 1. This little 1 below it means that it's just telling us base 1 plus base 2. Plug in your numbers. So the height is the perpendicular part, the 7. The bases are the two sides that are parallel to each other. Parallel again means they're never going to cross. Add those together. Area equals 1/2 times 7. 12 plus 5 is 17. Now I'll go and plug that in my calculator. And I get 59.5 inches, again squared, because we are talking area. Okay? Try these ones on your own. Come back and check. Remember your equation up here. All right, the height is going to be 4. The bases are the two sides that are parallel to each other, and we add those together. Area equals 1/2 times 4, and our bases added together is 7 3/10. Plug all of that in and multiply it together. And our area equals 14 6/10 meters squared. All right, next one. Area equals 1/2 times the height. We're looking for that side that makes a 90-degree angle. 0.3. Add your bases together. 1 plus 5/10. Plug all that into my calculator. And it says to round to the nearest tenth on this one, so be careful. 0.2 or 2/10 feet squared. All right, so you can always go back and re-watch any part of this video that you're still stuck on. Otherwise, look in the textbook at the examples or the online tutor videos, but make sure that you have the correct equations for each of our shapes, and then go ahead and take the 11.1, 11.2 NICU at this time.